Dear viewers, some shows entertain, some disturb, but very few reach out, grip your conscience, and refuse to let go. I'm Sham Q, and today, I'm stepping into one of the most haunting and thought-provoking worlds ever created for television, The Handmaid's Tale Season 1. This isn't just a story, it's a warning wrapped in crimson silence. From the very first moment, you're dropped into a society that feels like a nightmare in slow motion. Not because it's supernatural, but because it's terrifyingly human. You're not told what happened, you're shown fragments, a familiar world that collapsed, and something else rose in its place. A new regime, born from fear, cloaked in righteousness, and built on control. In this strange new reality, women are divided, ranked, assigned roles, and stripped of their identity. One of the most striking images you'll see is the red cloak, flowing like blood in the wind. These women are called handmaids, and that red, it isn't fashion, it's branding. It marks them as vessels, as property, as walking symbols of the regime's iron grip on fertility. They walk in pairs, heads down, hands clasped, eyes forward, under constant watch. Their names aren't even their own anymore. They're possessions, defined by the men they serve. But here's where it gets compelling. This isn't a tale of surrender. It's a tale of survival and quiet resistance. You see, even under layers of fear, something still breathes. Memory, love, rage. These women remember the world before. They remember their own names, and they're not as broken as they seem. As I watched The Handmaid's Tale, one thought kept echoing in my mind. This isn't just a TV show. It's a chilling vision of a world that feels disturbingly possible. It doesn't just entertain, it provokes. It stares straight into the heart of modern society and quietly asks, what if this was real? And if anyone still questions the weight of its impact, let me say this. The Handmaid's Tale isn't just well-made television. It feels necessary. It's more than drama. It's a mirror. A warning, a story that doesn't just unfold, it confronts you. Our guide through this frozen world is Offred, portrayed by Elisabeth in what can only be described as a performance soaked in soul. Her expressions carry entire paragraphs, and her silence often speaks louder than any dialogue ever could. Offred isn't just a victim of this regime. She's a spark hidden in plain sight. Behind every lowered gaze is a storm of thought. She's calculating, remembering, resisting, even when there's no room to breathe. Watching her is like watching a candle flicker in a dark cave. Small, fragile, but impossible to ignore. And Elisabeth, her portrayal isn't just powerful, it's transformative. She delivers a performance that's raw, defiant, and deeply human. It's the kind of acting that doesn't just tell a story, it makes you feel it in your bones. Without uttering a word, she invites you into Offred's internal world, and once you're there, you can't look away. Then there's the commander, a man who walks the fine line between order and something colder. Played with unsettling subtlety by Joseph Fiennes, his every move is wrapped in ambiguity. He speaks softly, but there's always something lurking beneath. He holds power, yes, but how much does he truly understand the machine he's a part of? And how far is he willing to go to protect it or bend it? Now let's talk about the world. This is the fictional nation of Gilead, once known as the United States, but now transformed into a theocratic dictatorship. The regime was born from chaos, and it answered fear with control. The excuse? A crisis of fertility. The solution? Rebuild society with biblical law, rigid, twisted, and absolute. And here lies the terror. The streets look clean, the people dress neat, but underneath that order is violence, calculated, institutional, justified. Public punishments, indoctrination schools, secret police, and the fear that one wrong word, one wrong glance, can end everything. But Gilead isn't iron, it's glass, cold, hard, and fragile. Because under its surface, something moves. A resistance is stirring. You don't see it clearly, not yet, but it's there, in coded glances, in whispered names, in stolen letters passed under doors. There are those who refuse to accept this world. Some are hidden in plain sight, others are more organized. You start to notice subtle shifts, things that don't belong. People acting just a little too quiet or a little too bold. Is it dangerous? Yes, but it's also hopeful. Because if one woman remembers, maybe others do too. Visually, The Handmaid's Tale is stunning in a terrifying way. The red cloaks against dull gray walls, the haunting choral music, the close-ups that trap you in a character's breath. Every frame is intentional. It's not just filmed, it's carved. You feel the cold air, the sterile rooms, the silence after orders are given, and the themes. Oh, the themes. This isn't just a dystopia, it's a reflection of fears we rarely name. What happens when rights become privileges? When belief turns into control? When the world accepts cruelty as a path to order? Every episode pushes you to question. Not just the characters, but yourself. Would I survive this world? Would I fight it? Would I become a part of it? That's the brilliance of The Handmaid's Tale. It doesn't feed you answers. It shows you people, flawed, frightened, brave, and lets you sit with the unease. It also challenges who we call heroes. Because resistance here doesn't wear capes. It doesn't shout. Sometimes it looks like a woman standing still when she's supposed to kneel. Sometimes it's just a look that says, I remember. And that's more powerful than any rebellion. If you're wondering whether it's binge-worthy, the answer is absolutely. Not because it's easy to watch, but because once you start, you have to know what happens next. You want to understand this world. You want to see who survives it. And you want to believe that somehow, even in the darkest places, light finds a way through. The Handmaid's Tale Season 1 is not entertainment for background noise. It's a cinematic experience that demands attention. Emotionally layered, visually sharp, and thematically bold. This is storytelling that matters. Thank you for watching with me today. If this kind of thoughtful, immersive storytelling speaks to you, don't forget, there's more to come. I'm Sham Q, and I'll be back soon with another journey into stories that challenge, inspire, and haunt. Until next time, stay curious and stay brave.